Ladies and gentlemen, this is a disgrace. I want your undivided attention. I want you to watch this man interviewing a bunch of ignorant people, dumb people who have no idea what they're talking about. They out there protesting. This man is very intelligent because I see that when he's talking to people, he's playing chess with them and then they have no idea what he's doing. But his only problem is he's expecting the dumb to speak. You cannot expect the dumb to speak. I'm going to let you watch him interviewing this older woman marching for whatever that she's marching for, our lives or ignorance. I want you to see the stupidity. That's why I don't go to attend that crap, because a lot of these people, they sit home and watching the news, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, and they got emotional. They're not reading nothing. They don't want to read anything, and they go out there thinking that they know something. Let me tell you something. This is an advice for the ignorant people that are marching out there. When you see this man, these people with microphones trying to ask you a question, if you don't know what you're talking about, please do yourself a favor, shut the fuck up. Stop embarrassing yourself. Now watch.
See what's going on. So why are we out here today?
We're out here today to stand up for our children who are being killed by the fact that we don't have a policy that stops guns from getting into the hands of everybody. We don't need machine guns to be sold to 16-year-olds.
Where are we selling machine guns to 16-year-olds?
Say what?
To the U.S.
No.
California, I know.
Well, no, machine guns are pretty highly...
She said that they're selling machine guns to 16-year-olds all over the U.S. Listen to this older woman. Look at her. When you look at her face, you would think that she knows what she's talking about. You would think you would expect that she's wise, but it's the opposite. And see, look at her sign. Look at the sign. The NRA kills kids. Kick them out. How many kids that they killed? How did they kill them? I'm sorry. How did they kill them? Where did they kill them? Do you have a location? Do you have a fact? Why are you being so dumb? Do you have any argument to back up your statement? Why are you being so stupid? Why are you embarrassing yourself on television? The NRA does not kill kids. Why would you post that? To get views, to get more emotion, to get more emotional people coming out and say a bunch of dumb things. Now keep watching.
They first got regulated about 19...
It's an assault rifle.
Well, no, there's, I mean, you have like, they're cosmetically, they look like one, but they're actually like semi-automatic variants.
Who do you represent?
You
I
see?
may have chosen the wrong term when I said machine gun. Let's just say assault rifles do not...
I may have used the wrong term when I said machine guns. If this man did not correct her and another loose cannon was watching, they would believe in what she's saying. Those are the people that are creating confusion. Women like this, emotional women especially, emotional women like this are the one dividing the country. Listen to this.
In the hands of anybody but the army. Why do we need to assault
What about the police?
I'm not going to comment on police. I have no idea what they need, but I can say that I don't believe...
I'm not going to comment on the police because I have no idea what they need, because they know what I need. They know what I need more than I do. They are supreme people, and they are my God. So when they are around, I'm safe. No criminals will touch me once they know that I can call the police on them. They will not attack my house or my family. They will not do anything. This is the stupidity that we're dealing with. Please, intelligent people, don't go out there and waste time with people like this. Because when you expect the dumb to speak, that's what you get.
Anyone should walk into a store and buy an assault rifle. That's wrong.
And what do you define as an assault rifle?
Don't ask me to be specific. What is the one that killed the people in Las Vegas?
Did you see that? I don't want anyone to go to a store to buy an assault rifle. And the man says, calmly, what do you define as an assault rifle? Don't expect me to know that. What kind of gun that killed those people? They don't know what they're talking about. Now, if you're watching this video and you're still supporting this movement, you gotta be stupid as hell, because these people don't have no idea what they're talking about.
That one. The one that killed the people in Parkland? That one. The one that
killed the people in Parkland? That one. Sounded like a large cartoon or a dropout high school kid who has no idea what the hell she's talking about.
kids in Sandy Hook.
What about Virginia Tech?
I don't know. Remember which one
That
killed?
one they killed like 32 people.
See, Virginia Tech, the Asian guy who killed like 32 people with handguns, most of these dummies think that they had to use AR-15. The Asian guy used AR-15 to kill all these people, when they have no idea that you can put a 100-round magazine in a Glock and shoot more than 70, more than 80 people with one handgun. They don't know what extended magazines are. These are foolish people out there being emotional. I understand that when you lost kids, when you lost a lot of people, you get emotional, but that doesn't give you the right to take away my own right to protect my life. You cannot go out there and call the NRA on things that you have no idea what you're talking about. You're gonna call the NRA killers. Oh, the NRA kills kids. The NRA members are killers. Do not support the NRA. Don't take donation from the NRA. You gotta understand, these people, it looks like this woman is an alien. Not from another country, another planet, like Mars or something, far away. Because she just happens to speak English and she sounds like an American. How? I don't know. It's a miracle. She's lost, oblivious, don't know anything about this country, and trying to talk to this man right here who's super intelligent, and this dummy over here won't stop embarrassing herself. Look at this.
Two handguns. They were both semi-automatic. I mean, but one's a pistol, one's a rifle.
Semi-automatic, things that fire quickly should not be allowed into the hands. If you want to do target practice,
Semi-automatic guns that fire quickly should not be allowed in the hands of civilians. That's what you said. So if you have a 9mm, you are a concealed permit holder, you have a license to carry a gun, and it happens to be semi-automatic. Say you take a woman like this to the gun range, and then you're in a state where they don't neuter your magazines. You have 15 rounds or 22 rounds, and you just take your 9mm Glock 19 and you go pop, 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 pop. In her mind, she will think that this is an assault weapon, because why are you able to fire your weapon so quickly? You must be a mass shooter. You know? You must be evil. Why would you want to have a weapon like this? Those are bubble heads. Like, see, the bubble heads like this are the ones trying to come up with some dumb laws out there, trying to mess up, trying to butcher the Constitution of the United States. Look at her face. I want you to remember her face. And then politicians, they preying on people like this. They just want to do whatever they can to satisfy her. She can be a poor woman. Look at her face. She can be rich. And you know, rich people, imagine that she's rich and she can afford to donate, you know what I mean, to some politicians. Don't you think that the politicians have to at least try to make her happy? And no wonder why some legislators or corrupt legislators are passing bills left and right, making you feel uncomfortable with your own weapon in your own home. It's because of people like her. Her.
And you want to shoot a deer, and you want to shoot a target, you don't need it to reload 100 times really quickly.
So like the standard handgun, you're for banning that?
Yes, I'm against all guns, actually.
Okay.
Hey, listen to the bubblehead. Look at this knucklehead.
In the hands of civilians.
So do you think like states that
Say now that your government turns against you, they trying to kill you, trying to do anything to you now, they took your rights away, you're gonna have to behave like a bunch of sheep because you don't want no weapons in your house. Somebody comes to your house to rape you, that must be okay with you. Since you don't want any weapon, they come with a 22. They rape you. They rape your daughter if you have kids, or they rape your son if they're homosexual. And they raping everybody and sodomize and kill everybody and walk away because they're criminals. They don't care about the laws anyway. Because in her mind, only criminals and the police have the right to have semi-automatic guns, or all type of guns. If you're a civilian, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you don't need to have a weapon. Listen to women like this. That's why it's always good not to. See, women need to stay home. Some women, not all, some women need to stay home and take care of their children. Especially dumb women like this. You have no business standing in front of a camera, making yourself look so stupid. Look at this. Look at this.
less strict gun laws have like higher, murder rates and things like that?
Absolutely.
So the two safest states in the union are Vermont and New Hampshire, and they have some of the least restrictive gun laws in the union. Yet they have the lowest.
That's the case.
Oh,
That's
it is. I mean,
what I read this morning. So I challenge.
Which state do you think has the lowest murder rate?
I don't know that, and I don't.
See, she doesn't know anything. But she just said, I don't think that's the case because I read something this morning. What the fuck did you read?
Stats, and so if you want to quiz me on stats, I can't answer, and I can't.
What did you read this morning? Like, what was the stat you read this morning?
The stat I read this morning is that some of the states that have enacted gun control laws have reduced their crime.
Well, they've reduced across the country, across the board, because we obviously had way higher murder rates in the 80s and 90s. So even regardless of whether someone had less restricted or more restricted, it's just dropped across the country.
I can't comment on that. I'm seeing more mass murders. I'm seeing more school shootings.
She's seen more mass murders. Did you hear that? Can you believe that? She said it. Look at her. She's a bad mamma. Ooh, she is just as dumb as she could be.
So,
why do you think that is? Because
I think that is because we have more AK rifles out amongst the population that shouldn't be easy to get. There are kids who can go at age 16.
Well, I'm surprised that she didn't say AR-15, which is one of the most famous weapons in America. More AK rifles. I'm surprised she didn't say more AK assault weapon. We shouldn't have that. It's just, it will go off sometimes, even if you don't pull the trigger. Oh my goodness. SpongeBob SquarePants. That's what she is. How dumb could you be? Jesus!
And buy an AK whatever. Why should they be doing
AK, see, and go out. Nobody should be able to go out there and buy an AK whatever, because I'm just saying things, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have done no research, but I just want you to know that the NRA is killing your kids. You need to get them out in 2018. That's what she's about.
18. I think
Yes.
18 is the
Yes.
age.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? Those gun shop owners are apparently not asking. They're apparently not asking.
They definitely have to ask.
Go all over YouTube. There's demonstrations of kids who've gone into gun shop.
Now, YouTube is a great thing. If you're intelligent, you can convey message to the nation. You can educate the people. And if you're not aware of things, you can watch intelligent people on YouTube. You can educate yourself. But when dummies like this are watching things and watching things that they want to see, they don't want to know the truth. If you're trying to educate them, they get upset. This is what's going on with people. A lot of liberals don't know what they're talking about. They are emotional. They just want to hear what they want to hear. If you're trying to tell them otherwise, you must be against the country. You must be a terrorist. What? Because the NRA is trying to get you common sense, trying to make sure that you understand the difference between semi-automatic weapons or handguns or an assault weapon, but you just don't want to hear it. If they are educated like this, trying to make sure you don't say stupid things, they must be murderers. Oh my goodness, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Is it in the water or is it in the food? Look.
And they ask to buy a gun, and there's no questions asked. No ID, no nothing. They just sell them the gun.
I don't think that's the case.
Well, I do. So
Maybe-
let's have a little argument over your YouTube versus my YouTube. I don't believe when someone
I
says...
mean, you might be talking about the gun show loophole, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm talking about 16-year-olds who walk into gun shops and are able to purchase guns because the gun shop owners do
They're
not.
breaking the law, right?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I mean, how can we? I mean, we've already passed a law to prevent that. So how do we? I definitely agree. We should enforce the laws that are on the books, of course.
You see how this man is using his sarcasm to make her look stupid? Look at that stupidity. Listen to her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we could do additionally to that, though.
We can remove AK-47s. We can take them all back in.
We had those back in the AK came into production in 1947. The AR-15 came into production in like 1963, I believe. So they've been around for a while, but these mass shootings have been more recent. Why do you think, even though those rifles have been even in the hands of civilians at that time? Well,
Please educate her. AK-47 came out in 1947. So now this woman say, get them out, take him out. We don't want no AK-47. Because the AK-47, if you put it somewhere in the street or in a house or in a safe, it will walk out and start killing these kids and people out there. We want them out. Get rid of them. The AR-15s are evil. The AR-15s, let me tell you something. If you put it out there and the weather's hot, or it's getting cold and the gun doesn't want to, cannot handle the weather, it's going to start going off and shooting everybody. We need to stop it. This is what these people are telling you to do. This woman specifically.
it only came about maybe in like the late 90s, early 2000s, like when these really
Because
started
the assault rifle ban went out of effect in like, I don't know what year it was.
2004.
2004.
Do you recall when it went out of effect?
2004.
2004. They let it die, and so suddenly people rushed
It
out.
started in 1994, so they obviously didn't really happen much before that. In fact, they did happen during that time. The Columbine massacre happened with, during the assault weapon ban, I think in 1999, I believe. So right in the middle of the ban, but they still used those types of weapons during the. It's commonly understood that the assault weapons ban didn't really do anything because it kind of just banned cosmetic features. It didn't really regulate anything. It didn't really do. It was kind of just like.
I don't think that that's the case. I think it made it hard to get an assault rifle.
No, because people could still buy those guns during that time because it only banned things like, pistol grips and forward grips and if it had a bayonet lug. So basically cosmetic features that they could still...
Now listen, a lot of people are talking about, we need to get rid of the grips. It makes the gun look scary. The bump stops and everything. Now in America, you got Bugatti. You got Ferrari. These cars can go like 200 miles an hour. What's the speed limit on most freeways in this country? Is it 100 an hour? Is it 65? Is it 80? That's the highest you can go. What is it? So if, say for example, the fastest you can go is 80 miles an hour, and you buy a car that can go 200 miles an hour. Where the hell are you going? Should we go out there and march to ban the Bugatti? Let's have a march and ban the Ferraris. They go too fast. They're causing people to get into car accidents, right? Get tickets, very expensive ticket. The maximum you can go is 80 miles an hour, right? I don't know a state that will allow you to go 100 miles an hour. Unless you go to Autobahn, Germany, you can go as fast as the car can go. But in the United States, you cannot do 120 on the freeway or 100 on the freeway. You get a ticket, right? Why would you allow a company to make a car that can go 200 miles an hour? Let's ban the Bugattis. Let's ban the Ferraris. Let's ban the Aston Martin. Let's ban all the fast cars. The Bentleys, let's ban them all because these cars, they go too fast. They can kill a lot of people. Do you know how many people you can kill on the freeway? If there's a march or there's a school somewhere, you ended up at a school and you're going 200 miles an hour, that's very fast. Let's march against that. That's the same thing that they're doing with the guns, and people still don't get it. How stupid could they be?
Those in the gun industry and sell those rifles freely.
And you're saying that's how the Columbine guy got that gun?
I believe. So what that ban also did is any of those guns that still existed in circulation at the time were still able to be sold. So that's what they did.
Here's the deal. I'm here because of the NRA. I'm not here to argue the details of the history of banning features of guns.
Isn't it important if we're talking about legislation that's been passed in the
I'm
past?
not the expert that you should be interviewing. You can make me look like an idiot because I don't know.
I'm not trying to.
Well, but I don't want to.
There. That's what I wanted her to say. That's it. She said, you can make me look like an idiot. She knows that she sounds like an idiot, but she kept on talking. She kept on going on and on and on for more than like 20 minutes. Exposing herself, letting the world know how dumb she is. Talking about things that she has no idea what she's talking about. She's talking about guns that she probably never touched before. She's talking about AK, whatever, AR-15, assault weapon, assault semi-automatic weapon shouldn't be in the hands of civilians. These are the people out there that are causing confusion. And these kids in high school, when they listening to older people like this, like her, and they thinking about the deaths of the people, the 17 people who got killed, they will go out there and join the march because in their mind, their children, they think that she knows what she's talking about. Until a man like this can get her adjusted, let people know, let the world know that most Americans are not stupid. Because I'm going to tell you something. Most countries that you go in Europe, they think that Americans are stupid. That's not true. American like this, like her, is stupid. Because the other guy is an American, right? He's not stupid. You could tell. People like this don't read, don't do nothing. They probably they probably were fortunate. Their parents built an empire for them. They got some money. Now they have the time to go out there and I don't even know. Because I don't know what to say about, I don't know what word that I can use to show you how stupid she is. Because people like this, I don't think they read. They have time to go out there and be stupid and then spread out their stupidity so that they can be happy. Because that's what makes them happy. But I hope that when she goes home, since she said that she watches YouTube, I hope that you could go home and watch yourself to see realize how stupid you are before you hold that sign talking about the NRA kills kids. How many kids? If the NRA is killing kids and the government is allowing this, why the fuck would you trust a government like that? Why the fuck would you trust a government like this? You said the NRA is killing kids and the government is not doing anything about it and they're still out there? Dumb motherfuckers. These are crazy people out there, man. If you know what you're talking about, this is not about you. But if you're stupid, I strongly advise that you stay home and you don't say anything. You don't talk to people. When you see this man with the microphones or these intelligent women, don't open your mouth because they're gonna make you look like an idiot, like you just said. You idiot.